Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having an Aquarius Sun and a Capricorn Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, these signs, okay, I see them as neutral. They are adjacent signs. Aquarius is an extroverted sign. Capricorn is introverted. They are similar in some ways. They have, Aquarius can be goal and aspiration oriented, and you have Capricorn Ascendant can be very ambitious as far as career matters, especially. So these signs are driven to reach certain attainments. But when you look at Aquarius Sun is being a masculine sign, it's extroverted, it's gregarious, as I call it, the universal friend syndrome sign. And Capricorn could be more introspective and introverted and private. Capricorn can also be very quiet and taciturn. They're generally won't be as talkative as generally the typical Sun in Aquarius having a Capricorn ascendant. Capricorn can be very serious and stern and have a very serious like disposition, while Aquarius is a little bit, and the Sun Aquarius could be more amiable and amicable, and they can exhibit a very strong, as far as a friendly type side to them. But that's why you have these little differences with these signs, and really, you have, even though they're adjacent signs, they are very, seems like they're strongly different in certain ways. Now, when you look at natal chart, okay, the sun sign in our natal chart represents our basic wants, while the rising sign or ascendant can represent the manner or method in which one attains these basic wants. Now, for Aquarius Sun, the basic wants can consist of freedom, friendship, things for the collective good, things that are global, being different or unique, being part of a group, reform, things that are progressive, and things that are goal-oriented. Now, having a Capricorn ascendant, the manner or method in which this person may attain at least one or more, perhaps, of the Aquarius Sun basic wants could be done in a very stern and serious, responsible manner, perhaps very methodically. The thing is, it makes this interesting combination as well. You have a Sun sign Aquarius that can be really about being unorthodox and being very eclectic, but you have a Capricorn ascendant, which is almost the antithesis of this, really can be really more conventional and conservative. So you could have a little vacillation with this. The Capricorn ascendant, being the fact that it's the rising sign and more dominant in the outer expression, may exhibit that more conservative, conventional side, but inwardly, this person could very well be a little bit more eccentric and unorthodox than what they're showing. But back to the manner or method, in as far as attaining the Aquarius Sun basic wants I mentioned before, can be done with also a lot of discipline, can be done in a methodical, very tenacious manner with a lot of patience. I could see this person being very good at something like computer programming or information technology, because you have that's like an Aquarian-like field, but you have the Capricorn patience that could work well with this. And for those positions, I think you probably do need a certain amount of patience as far as that goes. And also, as far as like the Aquarius Sun basic wants, as far as aspirations, that might be, or in goals, that might be connected with a Capricorn-like career, such as politics, the government, even general mundane work. Things can maybe business or administration, perhaps of some kind. This person might inject that Aquarius eclectic quality perhaps into these professions and in their selflessness. It might be a person that brings that Aquarius Sun selflessness into perhaps career related matters, because Capricorn ascendant may be dominated by their career endeavors. So that's one way of looking at this combination. And it could even be a position of authority as well. And this person might bring that need for that friendship, perhaps into even matters in their business, or even in a position of authority. This person might come across a little bit more as kind of a friend as well as a position of authority because of the Aquarius sun sign, and may bring, and it could be also that Aquarius Sun can be about being ingenious and innovative, and Capricorn Ascendant can be very astute in business matters. So the way I see this, if this person is somebody that's like an innovator or inventor, perhaps they could apply this to business and know how to sell the product very well. And maybe it could be somebody that works in a position of authority in a computers or electronics shop, such as a Radio Shack could be another example. Well, anyway, people, it's important to look at the aspect, if any, that is made between the Aquarius Sun and the Capricorn Ascendant, as this could indicate how these energies may integrate or may not integrate so well. Now, as I told you before, they're neutral as far as by sign. Now, however, if you can have an out of sign sextile aspect take place between these energies, and that could give a little better positive, more positive integration, and could be more auspicious as opposed to it just as opposed to it not being in sextile aspect. So, for example, you could have the Aquarius Sun at 29 degrees if you have a Capricorn Ascendant at 2 degrees. That would form an out of sign sextile aspect, which I do see as auspicious and positive. Still neutral by sign, but you have a little better positive blending and integration because of the sextile aspect. You could also have a conjunction aspect take place between these energies. Let's say the Aquarius Sun is at 2 degrees and the Capricorn Ascendant is at 28 degrees. This could be rather intensifying, and you could have a real strong merging or amalgamation, so to speak, of these energies. Now, you could also have a semi-sextile aspect take place, which is a minor aspect. Let's say the Aquarius Sun is at 13 degrees and the Capricorn Ascendant is at 13 degrees. That would form a semi-sextile aspect, which I consider slightly positive or auspicious, like the sextile I described before, but however more modified and not quite as strong, as intense as that. Now, you could also have a semi-square aspect take place. Let's say the Aquarius Sun is at 23 degrees and the Capricorn Ascendant is at 8 degrees. I would consider that slightly adverse. It's not a square, but at the same time it's a semi-square, so it can be adversarial and adverse, and you could have a little conflict with this energy because of this. And there might be some modified feelings, even if this person is not cognizant of his or her astrological placements, perhaps a feeling misconstrued or misunderstood due to the fact that they feel what they're projecting outwardly may be strongly different than what is going on inside, which may cause some feelings of exasperation and tension. Now, it's also important to look at the house placement of the Aquarius Sun, because even though the Capricorn Ascendant may camouflage or conceal the Aquarius Sun energy to some degree, the Aquarius Sun energy may still come out at least somewhat prominently in that particular house that it is posited in. Now, let's say the Sun in Aquarius is posited in the first house. Well, this Aquarius energy might come out a little bit stronger on that first impression, more so than the typical combination of Capricorn Ascendant and Aquarius Sun, because it would be in the first house of the first impression. And this person, even though the Capricorn energy may still come out stronger as opposed to Sun Aquarius, it may still come out a little bit more so than otherwise indicated, being in the first house. And the first house is an angular house, so that energy might be a little bit more emphasized and accentuated for that reason. Now, if the person has the Sun in Aquarius in the second house, well, this person might bring perhaps that unorthodox or original energy in matters pertaining to generating income, perhaps their resources, maybe in their possessions, and really, that's how one way you can look at it. And might use their some ingenuity in terms of maybe making income. So, and that freedom urge might come out strong in those matters as well, in the independence. Now, if the person has the Sun in Aquarius in the third house, Well, this Aquarius Sun energy might come out strongly in matters pertaining to siblings, if applicable, perhaps in matters in their general neighborhood, in their short journeys, in their communications. So this Aquarius Sun energy might be shown strongly, like I said, to the siblings and maybe to people in that particular neighborhood that they're in, being the fact it's in the third house, if the Sun in Aquarius resides in the third house. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having an Aquarius Sun and a Capricorn Ascendant in the natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having an Aquarius Sun and an Aquarius Ascendant in the natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Till next time, people, stay well.